Hello everybody, it's Gypsy Wolf. Thank you so much for joining me. I think you're going to love this video because of how easy, simple it is. And you only need 2 ingredients, and I guarantee one of them is already in your kitchen. So, this video is on how to make a type of love powder. And I will explain how it's been used throughout the centuries. And it's super simple, super fun, and why not add it to your witchy arsenal, okay? So, like I said, my name is Gypsy Wolf. This channel is all things witchcraft, so if you're interested in learning about it, learning more about it, I would encourage you to join and subscribe and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get into what you're gonna need, which is basically nothing. You will need some white rice. Now, you can use, the white rice you buy in a bag like this. You can buy it when it's already in powder form, which can be good in some circumstances, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But yeah, white rice. I'm sure we probably all have it, and if not, you can go to the dollar store and get it for $1, like a big bag for $1, right? Right. And the next thing that you will need, that you might have to go to a botanica or go online for, is orris root powder. If you just have orris root, that's okay. You can also put that in your food processor or coffee grinder, whatever, because it's a root, so it's hard to grind. Now, I tried grinding the white rice ahead of time before the video, guys. No. And that was 20 minutes of work, and it didn't do much of a darn thing. So, after I do my charging and intentions and all that, I am probably going to put this through my coffee grinder, just so it's more of a powder form. I did my best. I gave it some elbow grease, but you can only do what you can do, right? So the amount that you're going to make really depends on how much you're going to need. Now, the ways that this is used, and this is the most typical way it was used. You would use I would say to use a powder puff. Maybe go to an antique shop and find one of those really pretty little powder puff containers in a powder puff that no longer has any of the stuff in it. And you would, kind of douse yourself with it to attract love. If you knew the person of your desire, who they were, you would sprinkle their clothing, if you were able to, with this powder. But if you cannot get your white rice into a powder, that's fine too. It was also very common to put under your mattress, but if you have it pulverized, again, the bed sheets, that was very common as well. Now, white rice, it's thrown at, brides and grooms at weddings, and it's to increase all types of abundance, all types of prosperity and fertility. That's why it's used in this type of powder. Orris root, or orris root powder, has just, for as long, like all the books I've read, for as long as I know, has been used in love magic. So putting them together is kind of a win-win, right? And it was very common to just put these 2 things together and use them in the ways I just described. That's it. That easy. If you would like, you can put some in a little mojo bag and keep that on your person to attract love. If you know the person of your desire, what you can do after making the powder is do a candle spell and, roll the candles in this powder or in this mixture, whatever you want to call it. There are lots of different ways you can use it. And if you have any questions about that, just leave it in the comments down below. I want to keep this video as short as possible because nobody seems to want to watch my longer videos, which are great, but I get it. Not everybody has time to sit and watch YouTube forever. Okay, so what I personally did. I used this little spoon. It's about, I don't know. That doesn't look like a teaspoon or a tablespoon. I don't know. I just used this little wooden spoon that I love. And I did 3 of them in my mortar and pestle. I'm trying to make enough to put in this little baggie because I am going to be sending this out to my giveaway winner, Wanda. So, yeah. Just want to make sure that I make enough to give to her that she can use. All right, and then what I did next, because I do have some that I made for myself. I have this little witchy spoon. I cannot tell you the last time somebody asked me where I got it, but when they did ask, I could not remember. So I'm going to add 3 little spoonfuls of that. 2 and 3. Now I'm going to empower these 2 ingredients. I already empowered the rice, but I can do it again, no problem. Because I would suggest that you have like maybe some flowers, some incense, some music going as you make this. That helps infuse it with loving energy, which is what I normally do. I have my rose quartz here, all that good stuff. Okay, so I bless and empower this rice to bring prosperity, fertility, and abundance of all sorts to the person that uses this. And I bless and empower this orris root to bring lust, passion, love, whether it be from themselves or from others, to all who uses it. Amen. Like, I'm going to keep it that easy. I did go into a bit of a tangent when I blessed the rice off camera, but we don't need to all see that. And then you want to mix in a clockwise motion because we're bringing in love. So you want to make sure that when you're making this, you're remembering that this isn't just necessarily, it doesn't just have to be used to bring in a certain person. It can be used to bring in self-love. It can be used to see the beauty in the world and that everything should be loved. Things like that. I hope you can hear over the grinding. I don't know if you can. Is that a little bit better? And when I make this, as I grind, I just continuously say, love, 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 love. Just go over and over. That is it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And I already told you how you can use this. I'll go over it one more time. You can pulverize the rice so it's like a fine powder. Use powder puff or whatever you want to use to kind of douse yourself a little bit after a shower or bath or whatever, or before you go out the door, to draw love to you. If you know who you're trying to gain the affection of, if you have access to their clothing, you can douse a little bit on their clothing. You can put some in the bed sheets if it's like, you know, pulverized enough. It definitely has to be. But if it's not, then you can put it under your mattress, okay? You can use it to roll your candles in. Maybe anoint your candles with some type of love, attraction, self-love, commit to me oil, whatever have you. Roll the candle or candles in this mixture. Burn it on up. So this is just like a super quick, easy thing that you can do. Keep it in your Witchy apothecary, and that's that. Like I said, any questions, leave them down below in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Take care. Bye-bye.